I, 30M, was always the careful one in relationships. My friends call me Cautious Craig because I'd never fully commit until I was sure. That changed when I met Vanessa. After 2 years together, I proposed, and our engagement party was set for last Saturday at her father's country club. Vanessa's family has serious money. Her dad, Gerald, is some big-shot investment banker who made it very clear he thought his daughter was settling with me. I run a landscaping business, not exactly the hedge fund manager he wanted for his princess. The engagement party was in full swing when I noticed Vanessa had disappeared. After searching everywhere, I found her in the coat room with her arms wrapped around her ex, Devin. They were kissing like teenagers, completely oblivious. I just stood there watching. Devin saw me first and stepped back. Vanessa turned around, and instead of looking guilty, she rolled her eyes. Seriously, Craig? It's just a goodbye kiss. We have history. When I didn't respond, she snapped, God, don't be such an insecure loser. Devin and I dated for years. We're just getting closure. Devin smirked behind her. Yeah, man. Don't make this weird. Something inside me just clicked off. I nodded, smiled, and walked away. Craig, Vanessa called after me. Don't you dare make a scene. I didn't. I quietly left, grabbed my jacket, and drove home. My phone blew up immediately with text from Vanessa saying I was embarrassing her, and her father was furious. I turned my phone off and started packing. By 2 a.m., I had loaded my essential belongings into my SUV. I left the engagement ring on the kitchen counter with a simple note, goodbye kiss. I crashed to my buddy Tyler's place, who was waiting with a beer and a spare bedroom. The next morning, I woke up to dozens of missed calls, tons of texts, and one voicemail from Gerald screaming about how I'd humiliated his daughter and demanding I call back to fix this disaster. That's when I decided no dramatic showdown. Just consequences. Update 1. It's been 5 days since I walked out of the engagement party. Thanks for all the support on my original post. Didn't expect it to blow up like that. The day after the party, I moved the rest of my stuff out while Vanessa was at work. Left my key next to the ring. Shortly after, Gerald called. His voicemail was suddenly all polite. Craig, I think there's been a misunderstanding. Please call me back so we can discuss this like gentlemen. I didn't call back. Instead, I contacted our wedding vendors and canceled everything. Since I'd put down most of the deposits, despite Gerald's wealth, I'd insisted on paying my share. I was able to cancel without hassle. Several vendors even offered partial refunds after I explained the situation. Vanessa's texts went from angry to pleading. Please talk to me. It wasn't what it looked like. We need to talk about this in person. The most revealing one, Devin means nothing to me. He was just there and it happened. Don't throw away what we have over something so stupid. I finally replied, I'm not throwing away what we had. You already did that. Then she showed up at my job site. I was with a client when Vanessa's Mercedes pulled up. She stormed over, completely ignoring my client. You need to stop this childish silent treatment, she said loudly. We're getting married in 4 months. I walked her back to her car. We're not getting married, I said calmly. I've already canceled the vendors. Her face went from angry to shocked. You what? I canceled everything. You can't do that. My father has already invited his business associates. Then I guess you and Devin will have to figure something out, I replied. That's when she slapped me. Hard enough that my client definitely saw it. Screw you. I was going to tell you it was a mistake that Devin caught me off guard, but now I'm glad you saw us. You never deserved me anyway. As she was leaving, I said, you know what's interesting? You're more upset about the canceled wedding than losing me. She had no response. Later that day, Gerald called again. This time I answered. Craig, he said, his voice controlled. We need to discuss this situation. There's nothing to discuss. Don't be hasty. Everyone makes mistakes. Vanessa is very sorry. Is she sorry it happened or sorry I saw it? After a pause, he said, look, I understand you're hurt, but perhaps we could come to an arrangement. To make this go away quietly. Are you trying to bribe me to marry your daughter after she cheated? I wouldn't phrase it that way. I'm offering compensation for your emotional distress. I laughed and hung up. That evening, I got a text from Devin. This is Devin. We should talk man to man. Blocked him without responding. The weird thing is, I'm not even angry anymore. Just done. Update 2. 2 weeks have passed, and things have gotten interesting. Yes, I've blocked Vanessa everywhere. No, I didn't let her keep the ring. It was my grandmother's. And yes, I've told our mutual friends what happened, but only when asked directly. After I declined Gerald's arrangement, he showed up at my office unannounced. My assistant came to get me, looking uncomfortable. I found Gerald sitting in our reception area, looking out of place in his expensive suit. "We need to talk," he said. Privately, in my office, he got straight to the point. "I've been doing some research on your business," he began with a smirk. "You've done well for yourself, considering your background. What do you want, Gerald? You have loans on your equipment. You've also bid on the Westview Park project." He smiled thinly. "Did you know I'm on the board that approves those bids?" My stomach tightened, but I kept my face neutral. "Are you threatening my livelihood because I won't marry your cheating daughter?" "I'm simply pointing out that actions have consequences. Vanessa made a mistake. One kiss, and now you're punishing her by humiliating our family. One kiss I happened to see. I corrected him. And I'm not punishing anyone. I'm protecting myself." He leaned forward. "Be reasonable. The wedding can be postponed, not canceled. Why are you so desperate for this wedding to happen?" I interrupted. "You never even liked me." Something flickered across his face. "Worry? Vanessa wants this marriage," he said firmly. "No, she doesn't. She wants a wedding." There's a difference. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about Vanessa's happiness or even family reputation. After Gerald left with a reminder about the Westview bid, I called my friend Marcus, who works at a firm that handles Gerald's company's contracts. "Can you check something for me? Anything unusual going on with Gerald Bennett's company?" Marcus called back an hour later. "Dude, how did you know?" "It's not public yet, but there are rumors their quarterly reports had discrepancies. The SEC is looking into it." Suddenly, Gerald's desperation made sense. He needed the wedding to project stability while under financial scrutiny. I texted Gerald, "I know about the SEC." No response, but the Westview Park board approved my bid the next day. Meanwhile, Vanessa started telling everyone I was controlling and jealous, that she'd escaped our relationship. I've gotten concerned calls from friends, and I just tell them the truth. I found her kissing her ex, and I left. Then came the real bombshell. Devin's girlfriend, yep, he had one, reached out to me on Instagram. Her name's Ariel, and she had receipts. "Devin's been cheating on me with Vanessa for months," she wrote. "Not just a goodbye kiss. I found their messages. We met for coffee, and she showed me everything, text conversations going back at least 6 months. Hotel meetups, explicit messages, and future plans." In one message, Vanessa wrote, "Craig is just a stepping stone. He has good connections for my design business. Once I've established myself, we can be together." Ariel and I compared notes. The night before our engagement party, Devin had promised to break up with Ariel so he and Vanessa could be together. The goodbye kiss I witnessed was actually celebrating their plan. "What are you going to do with this?" Ariel asked. "Nothing," I said. "I don't need to do anything. The truth will come out on its own." And it did. Vanessa's best friend, Jessie, called me. "We've always gotten along well. I can't believe what she did to you," she said. "She's telling everyone you were abusive, that you controlled her money and isolated her." "You know that's not true," I said. "Of course I do. That's why I'm calling. I've known about her and Devin for a while. I should have told you." She paused, then added, "I've sent you an email. It's an invitation to her freedom celebration party this weekend. She's invited everyone, and Devin." I think Jessie checked my email and forwarded the invitation to Gerald with no comment. 10 minutes later, Gerald called. "What do you want?" he asked, his voice tight. "Nothing. Just thought you should know what your daughter is up to while you're trying to save her engagement." He hung up without another word. I'm not going to Vanessa's party, obviously, but I am moving forward. The apartment sale is going through. I got the Westview project starting, and I've even had coffee with someone, no pressure, just nice conversation. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting people reveal who they truly are. Final update. It's been 3 months since my last update. Lots of you DM'd asking for closure, so here goes. Vanessa's freedom celebration blew up in her face. According to Jesse, Gerald showed up uninvited, just as Vanessa and Devin were getting cozy on the dance floor. He caused a huge scene, dragging Vanessa outside for what witnesses called a nuclear argument. Apparently, Gerald's company's financial troubles were worse than anyone knew, and Vanessa's behavior was making things worse. The following week, the news broke. Gerald's company was under federal investigation. Their stock tanked 60% in one day. Vanessa tried contacting me again, sending a long email about making the biggest mistake of her life and needing support during this difficult family time. I didn't respond. Devin ghosted once the Bennett family fortune took a hit. Ariel told me he tried getting back with her, claiming Vanessa had pursued him relentlessly. Ariel wasn't buying it. My business has been doing great. The Westview Park project was a huge success, leading to 2 more municipal contracts. I've hired more employees and moved to a bigger office. About 6 weeks ago, I was having dinner with Eliza, the woman I mentioned before we're dating now, when Vanessa walked in with friends. She spotted me immediately and came over. "Craig," she said with fake cheerfulness. "How are you?" "I'm good, Vanessa." "This is Eliza." Eliza smiled politely, but said nothing. After an awkward silence, Vanessa said, "I've been thinking about you. Maybe we could talk sometime." For closure, one of her friends called out, "Vanessa, your dad's on the phone. He says it's urgent." Panic flashed across her face. "I have to take this, but call me, okay?" After she left, Eliza raised an eyebrow. "So that's the famous Vanessa." "That's her," I confirmed. "She seems intense." We both laughed. I never called Vanessa. Last week, Gerald pleaded guilty to securities fraud. The news reported that he's liquidating personal assets, including the country club where our engagement party was held. Jesse told me Vanessa had to move out of our old apartment and into a much smaller place. She's also had to take a corporate job, giving up her dreams of an independent design studio. "She still talks about you," Jesse said. "Says you're the one who got away." "I'm not the one who got away," I told her. "I'm the one who walked away." There's a difference. I don't take pleasure in their troubles. What happened wasn't my doing. It was the natural consequence of their own actions. I'm just glad I discovered who they truly were before I legally joined their family. As for me, life's good. Eliza and I are taking things slow. My business is thriving. I've even adopted a dog rescue lab mix named Remy. My grandmother's ring is back in its box, waiting for the right person. Maybe that's Eliza. Maybe it's someone I haven't met yet. No rush. Sometimes the worst moments lead us exactly where we need to be. That goodbye kiss was actually my hello to a better life.